Hi, my little pretties. Happy Halloween. It's October 31st, and in today's video, I'm going to read you a little story in my witch's book, and I'll go through and show you all that's in there. I can't wait to show you. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life. At any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 74 now, and I just say that because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my wonderful friends, all my dear sweet subscribers that take the time to watch my videos and comment. You really touch my heart. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss a single minute. Tomorrow is countdown to Christmas. Cannot wait. And then next year, 2026, we're going to have a different theme every month. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Okay, my little pretties, this is the last time you'll see me this year as the Wicked Witch. You know, I'll come back on October 1st of next year as a brand new witch. But I want to wish you all a very safe and happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. I'm here today to talk about Wicked, the movie, and the second movie that's coming out, Wicked for Good. But before we get started, I want to show you my witch's book. Now, this is a Dollar Tree book that I've used hot glue to make the spider webs, and you just paint right over it. Hot glue is great to use for so many things. But I want to show you in the little witch's hands, and she has a ring on. This is the inside of my book, and you can see right here it says Stories by Bonnie. Now, I put in here a lot of things I didn't want to do on throwaway crafts. You know, I wanted to have some of these things I love so much and have them that I would have it for a long time, and I could see it every time I open up. So this whole series started with Helsa. Yes, Helsa, my man-made monster. I made her. This is a funny story. If you want to, you could go back and look at, click on my, below this video, there's a little circle with my picture in it. Click on that, and then it'll take you to my actual home page. On the top, click on videos, and you'll see every video I've made in the past 5 years. You want to go back, because I can't tell you the whole story about her now. But I created her because I tried to buy this one from Grandin Road, and she was sold out. So I made my own monster. And you know I don't like creepy, gory stuff. It was hilarious. And then I did a haunted house, and it was my birthday, and it was just absolutely fabulous. The next year, the story was all about the competition. It was about how sometimes when people compete, they can get a little bit on the wicked side, and it doesn't always end well. So when you compete, always have good wishes for everybody in mind. Most of my stories have a little moral to them. The next one, when I was a celestial witch, it was all about the little witch who learned to fly. And she learned to fly from her mom, but didn't listen. And she learned a lesson. Always listen to your mama. She usually knows best. The next year was all about the candy witch. And it was all about having some compassion for people that are trying to make changes in their lives. But anyway, this candy witch story was good. Last year, what was last year? Wicked Wonderland. So I told you a whole story about Wonderland and where it is today and what Alice is doing to keep everything going and profitable. It's a real cute story. And this year it's all about Wicked, and you know it stars the good witch and the bad witch. Are they really? Hear my story out. And all about the prince who gets involved. You know, there's always a guy between the friendship of two girls. But it's all about their friendship. And it's all about the pinks and the greens and the Wizard of Oz and the other teacher that turns out to be quite evil. Okay. If you have not seen both movies and you want to go see them, I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to hear my account of the first movie and the second movie coming up. I have some little ideas, or I've read some little things. So let's go into our book. So Wicked 1 starts out with Elphaba, who is green. And she's green because of who her mother had relationships with, which was not her actual father. And she had drank some green liquid. That's the bottle that they show in the movie. But she grows up feeling so abandoned. In fact, she was abandoned as a child. It was horrible how she was treated. And her mother, trying not to have another green child when she was pregnant with her sister, drank some stuff that actually caused her to die and caused her baby to have a handicap. She could not walk. She was in a wheelchair. Well, time goes on, and you can see that when Elphaba gets really upset, she has magic powers. And she's not trying to make the magic powers come, but they come anyway if she gets angry. Well, fast forward later, when Elphaba is grown and her sister wants to go to Shiz University. So she goes with her, and she wants to go too. You know, Elphaba loves nature and animals and plants. And there she meets and has a roommate, Glenda. Now, Elphaba and Glenda cannot be more different. Elphaba's more the organic type, like I say, into plants and animals. Glenda, supposedly the good witch, is very much into materialistic things, money, prestige, how she looks. And so those two as roommates, they really it's really fun in the movie how they finally, she's trying to get Elphaba to be popular, you know, that song. But it's funny because they're both a complementary person to each other. And together they start to form this wonderful friendship. One of the classes at Shiz, of course, is all about magic. And this is something Glenda wants so bad. It's as if she has everything monetary and materialistic, and she wants power too. It's like she's very greedy. And on the other hand, Elphaba actually has power, and she doesn't want it. She doesn't want to get angry and have things happen. So towards the middle of the movie, Elphaba wants to go and see the wizard. You know, the Wizard of Oz is supposed to be a great, grand person with so many good aspirations. And they get a ticket to go, and the two girls go together. Well, they see what's behind the wizard, who the wizard really is. Comes to the end of the first movie, it makes it very clear that Elphaba will have nothing to do with all the deception and evilness that the wizard has. Yet Glenda is very attracted because he can give her, and this other teacher can give her powers that she craves. And she puts that wish over Elphaba and does not protect Elphaba as she is being attacked. Now, one other thing in the movie too, there's always a guy involved, isn't there? There's the prince. I think it's Fiyero the prince. Anyway, he's also involved in this. And of course, both girls kind of like him a little bit, but Glenda has set her sights on him. And as we end movie 1, Elphaba is flying in the sky, flying away for her life, and Glenda stays behind, feeling a little bad about what's happened, but not enough to go after her friend. And to me, the first movie was all about the friendship. It was all about a friendship between two very unlikely people that you would think would be together. It wasn't really about witchcraft or anything. It was about friendship. All right, you all know now there's a brand new movie coming out, and it's Wicked for Good. Now, I have to think by that title that there's going to be something, a good ending perhaps. The next movie is going to be about their continuation of their lives. And it's away from Shiz University. So now Elphaba is going to be banished to the forest to live on her own and protect herself, where Glenda has actually started to stay in the city of Oz, and she has become a symbol of a good witch. And it's almost like propaganda or a brand or some type of advertising, promotional propaganda that Elphaba's the bad witch and Glinda's the good witch. And Glinda is put out to the people in pink, so sweet, in a bubble. And she is put out there to kind of make sure nobody knows the truth about the Wizard of Oz, and that the wizard and the palace tend to look more positive. In other words, she's staying there. She is the good witch to take care of all the people, as the Wizard of Oz will do. So this is kind of the narrative that they're planting in all the people's minds. So Fiyero the prince and Glinda are going to get married. But you know, there's also a connection between Elphaba and Fiyero. Again, there's always this guy that comes in between the two girls. And as they prepare for the wedding, Glinda does have a little heart down there somewhere, and she is very sad about her ending with her friendship with Elphaba, and that Elphaba is left on her own to be killed by the Wizard of Oz. Wants nothing to do with Elphaba because she will reveal the secret, who he really is. So Glinda tries to get Elphaba to come and talk to the wizard and maybe work something out so they can all coexist. But it doesn't work because the wizard is evil and he's out to do what he's going to do to the animals and deceive all the people. So at this point too, Elphaba's sister is going to be involved slightly, and she feels threatened by everything that's going on. Another added part of the movie is going to be the addition of the whirling house in the skies, and of course the arrival of Dorothy, and the story of the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow, and how they came to be. I hope this movie ends with the two of them combining forces, getting rid of the wizard, or at least exposing the wizard, and using their powers for good. Wicked for Good. It's going to be out in the theaters, I think November 21st. I hope you love this. I hope you love my theme this year. I just love pink and green together, and I just had so much fun being all the different characters. I hope you had a blast with me. I hope you got a couple laughs, because I know I did. And we are ready. Now, I'm going to fly off on my broom. I have it warming up right now, and I won't see you till next year. However, Bonnie's on tomorrow, November 1st, with Countdown to Christmas. We're going to celebrate Thanksgiving and being thankful. Countdown to Christmas, get all the stressful things out of the way. We're going to decorate together. We're going to have tablescapes. We're going to have a kitchen tour, a house tour, a party. We are going to have a blast. So, from this wicked witch to all of you, I wish you a very happy Halloween. Stay safe and healthy, and I'm going to see you next year as a different witch. I hope you love this. I hope you got so inspired, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for Countdown to Christmas. Bye, my little pretties. Happy Halloween.